All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakadosh, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. We're the brothers of Great Millstone, us brothers, a couple brothers from Miami, I'm Brother Lawyer, Brother Shamar, here in Tampa with the brother Kwame. Okay, all right, Kwame Asharala. And we decided through the Spirit to go into a lesson. As you see, the title is, be prepared to meet your guardian angel. Okay, it's a conversation that, I myself and the brothers in Miami have often, like, what's your expectation? You read the scriptures during the times of trouble, the Lord will send his angels to guide, believers and men of the Lord through different difficult times, man. All right, and here we are, coming to a point of where we about to go into Jacob's trouble. All right, all hell is getting ready to break loose. Okay, and in the times to come, these turbulent times, hey, be prepared to meet your guardian angel. The Lord's gonna actually have, brothers and sisters and different believers across the globe have encounters, angelic encounters during Jacob's trouble. Okay, to feed us, to guide us, to protect us. All right, as it is in Psalm 91, which is prophesied. I know somebody got it.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91. And I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked."
You can start up at verse verse 7.
God.
Yeah.
Psalm 91:7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways.
Right. Okay, so we read in Psalm chapter 91 of a time prophesied of great judgment. Okay, mass death out here. All right, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh unto thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So it's going to be mass death out here. People going to be getting put to death. It's going to be martial law. It's going to be famine, pestilence, civil war, all these things, man. World War III. And guess what? The Lord's going to send his angels in the midst of all of that to guide and to protect us, man. He's going to give the angels charge over us. Basically, the angels are going to be our personal bodyguards, which they already are. Okay, we are. What does it say in 1 John? It says, "Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world." Okay, all right. You read, and I want to say it's 2 Kings. All right, with the prophet Elisha and his protege, his servant. Okay, all right. The king of one of the kings of the heathens. It says the king of the Syrians was coming to make war against Israel. Okay, and they had surrounded the city. They was looking for Elisha and everything like that. And the servant was nervous, and the Lord, Elisha prayed that the Lord opened the eyes of his servant, man, and he saw, all of these angels round about, man. Okay, all right. So going to show that there are more than be with us than those that be with them, man. So the angels are always around protecting us. That's in Psalm the 34th chapter, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is on Psalms 34, verse 7. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 6. The Spirit. To back you up. Psalms 34 and verse 6. This poor man cried, and Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. And that poor man is the elect. Going through Isaiah 66 chapter. Okay, the scriptures say, "To whom will the Most High look? For all these things have his hands made, man. But he will look unto him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth in his word." So that's what you have. The nation, all right, the elect of the nation of Israel, all right, are camped around, all right, in the unity of the faith, because we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, and with that coming is the angels, okay, protecting God and ministering to them. You see? So verse 7. The angel of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai encampeth round about them, they fear him and deliver him. Okay, so we have angels, we have guardian angels amongst us, okay, that's delivering us and getting us out of tight situations, if you will, all the way until the time of trouble, the hour of temptation. okay, where there's going to be situations that brothers is going to be put in. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, just as we read Romans 15 chapter, things are written for a time, for our learning. Daniel, all right, the lions, Daniel, 3 holy children.
Yeah.
We're going to be put in our temptation. Okay? And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, is going to have his angels amongst these men to deliver them out of that dire strait.
Yep.
You see, and you're
Yes.
going to know.
Yes, man. Yeah. You got some, Shimon?
Nah, you got it.
This is yeah, more.
That was it.
This is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, "Now the birth of Yahushua was on this wise, when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit. Then her husband, being a just man and not willing to make a public example, was minded to put her away privately," which we know that this is not talking about a so-called virgin birth. All right, Joseph and Mary actually had sex. All right, and he impregnated her. Okay, and that child was born according and conceived according to prophecy. Okay, all right, before they actually had a public ceremony. All right, that's why Joseph was called her husband. Okay, verse 20 it says, "Now while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit." Okay, all right, so it's, sometimes we get different insights and revelations to do certain things. It's because of the angels, man. Okay, and going to the next chapter, I'm gonna go to Matthew chapter 2, and let's see here. It says in verse 13, it says, "And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night, and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son." Okay, so you had again Joseph and his wife, and Yahushua as a child. Okay, they were under the threat of imminent death and persecution because Herod was going about to kill the young boys because he was afraid that the Messiah was born, who was to be king of the Jews. Okay, all right, and the angels warned the wise men that came from the east, and the angel also warned Joseph. Okay, all right, to take his mother and the child and flee into Egypt so that they could, be protected. Okay, from Herod in this case of danger, man. So it's gonna be the same thing during Jacob's trouble. Troops might be coming one way to destroy you. You might be in a concentration camp. The Lord gonna send an angel to deliver you, etc.
Matthew 18 and 10. "Take heed that you despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven."
Break it down, brother.
Yeah, no, I was bringing that up because you mentioned how there's going to be a point in time where these Gurkha troops and all these troops going to be coming after us. But hey, if it were only wise in their eyes, man, they would watch how they deal with us, man. They would carry themselves in a certain light because there are angels surrounding us, man. And these angels that are surrounding us, man, they go in front of the throne daily, man. All right, talking to Yahweh on our behalf, man. You get what I'm saying?
And there's proof, as we was going into this morning, footage. Okay, you have movies, all right, on particular events, encounters, if you will, of Esau Edom encountering these so-called UFOs, these UAPs, and all right, and to the fact that what he said, have you ever seen a nation, a race of people?
Yep.
All right, because I remember that race stuck out because I remember you said that too earlier. A race of people that have never been conquered, and you can't conquer the angels, man. You see?
Yeah.
So how much more the elect who are over the angels? So you have to understand there are angels guiding these men, whoever they are, through the spirit of Yahweh Shai on the planet Earth. Their angels are camped around about them, which fear him. And you people are getting ready to understand the significance and the the seriousness of this truth.
Right.
Okay, in God's strength.
Yeah, right. Because at the end of the day, man, what we have to understand is, as long as we are part of that number, man. All right, we are very precious souls in the sight of Yahweh Shema Shad, man. All right, the Lord has to get us home. All right, the scriptures tell us, okay, and what was the prayer of Yahweh Shah in John 17? He told the Lord, these you have gave me, no man can take them away, man. All right, so with all this chaos that is about to ensue in the earth, man, with no food, with no water. When we read Isaiah 65, where it says, my servant shall eat, but ye shall starve. How do you think the Lord is going to make that happen, man? Via angels, man, or miracles, man. And 10 times out of 10, how do you think those miracles are going to be being played out in the earth, man? It's going to be through the spirit world, man.
Yeah.
Messengers going to be sent to a raven. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, the Lord is going to be using the angels. We'll deal with this. Tell this bird this way. Grab that for this. You know what I'm saying? And this and that and the third, man.
It wasn't an angel that had Habakkuk
Yup.
get teleported to Daniel in the lion's den.
He said, man, I don't even know where in Babylon is. Angels snatch him by the crown, man.
Did I ask you?
I didn't ask you. Told you to
I
do
just
it.
said fix the plate.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
God.
Shoot. I'll just.
I had an account. I wanted to bring out the account of Daniel in the lion's den. Since we was talking about Daniel. All right. So you know the backstory, which you know you brothers and you few sisters could go into it yourselves. Daniel 6th chapter. What we see is all right. There was a council. All right. Set against Daniel because Daniel was a faithful man to Yahweh, man, praying to the Lord 3 times a day, man. All right. And the rulers at the time, I believe this was the Babylonian Empire.
In the lion's den.
Yeah. No. That was.
That would have to be Medo-Persia.
Yeah, Medo-Persian, yeah, because Darius.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Medo-Persian Empire, man. All right, the men that were enrolled, you know, the top council office, so to say, man, they devised a plan, all right, and basically tricked the king, all right, to put a decree that if anybody would pray to their gods, all right, that they should be tossed in the lion's den. And their whole hopes was to go after Daniel, man.
So
All right.
how much more us in these last days?
Right.
You know, because the scriptures say these things are written aforetime for our learning. So they're going to be on the attack for righteousness.
And that's all the way true, man, because we read in the Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter, their whole mindset is, let's see if their God really is going to defend them, man.
Yeah.
So they are going to be coming after us, man. Okay?
So how much more you takes out there that do not believe? You know what I'm saying? You know you're Israel, but you're not really tapping into who you really are, or tapping into obedience. 1 Peter 4.
And you want to get caught out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come. You know, so, you know, we can get the back gist of the story. So just getting straight to the point, all right, Daniel had been cast into the lion's den. All right, the king was actually trying to make a way for Daniel not to go into the lion's den, but he put that decree, so he had to stick to his word. Now let's just get straight to the point. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 6, and verse, 18. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. He was fasting for Daniel's accord, man. Okay? Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. So he didn't want to hear no music. He didn't want to have to deal with shit.
He couldn't even sleep.
He couldn't sleep. He was just in his mind worried about Daniel, man. He was pressed about Daniel, man. All right? One of the precious souls of Yahweh, man. Okay? All right, verse 19. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power.
Oh, Daniel!
Yeah.
Servant of the living power, you still in there?
Yeah. Is thy God, whom thou servest continual, able to deliver thee from these lions?
Did your God save you, Daniel?
He running. He probably screaming this from the entry of the hall.
Yeah.
He's screaming.
Was your God able to save you, Daniel? Daniel! He losing it.
Daniel!
Daniel!
Yeah. Verse 21. Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My power hath sent his angel. All right. who was Daniel's power? Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushai, man.
Yep.
All right. Daniel said, my power has sent his angel and has shut the mouths of shut the lions' mouths that they have no hurt, that they have not hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt, man. And that's why when we read in Job, man, it tells us what the beasts of the field will be at league with us, man. You know, that's Job 5,
Yeah.
5 and like 8, 20 or something like that.
Real quick. This is Job 5. Job 5, verse
You start at 18.
18.
Yeah.
Job
19.
Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Right, so all the way up to the deliverance, man, the Lord is going to be keeping us, man. How is he going to be keeping us? He gives his angel charge over us.
Yep.
All right, that's how he's going to be keeping us, man.
Facts.
Okay, when we left Egypt and we were in the wilderness, man. All right, who was guiding us? Yahweh, via who? The angel.
His angel.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah,
For those who could receive it, man.
Yeah. Facts.
You know?
It's facts. The fiery furnace.
Yeah.
The Lord sent an angel.
Yup.
And how I was in the furnace with him.
Yup.
If I may add real quick, just to make a quick point, this is a story of deliverance. That's the brothers is going into. You know, we're walking testimonies, man. You know, so when the deliverance do come, if we're part of that number, this is a story of deliverance. So we written about, man. You know what I'm saying? So how the Lord, that's how they're gonna know. Because how was they able to know in the time of our forefathers? They was trying to deliver us because the nation of Israel got delivered. So they were written, they were what? You know, they were walking testimonies, man.
Yeah.
So how much more us here in what's the scripture saying in Jeremiah 16? Greater deliverance. Okay, so we are walking testimonies, man, of the power that Yahweh Shai is getting ready to show on the right hand side. As it is written. His holy arm have gotten him the victory, man. And a lot of people are asleep on the right hand, you know? But we're tapped into the right hand. We understand the right hand comes with patience, suffering, endurance, loss, sacrifices, you know? Okay, but when it's time for the right hand to actually throw that blow, okay, it's an infinite blow. You can't stop it because it always get the victory.
Yep.
See, and that's what you people do not understand about the scriptures, man. It's already won. It's already done.
Yeah.
You know? So
with the dude that Karal be dealing with,
It's already
done. He already did it.
He already
Yeah. We're gonna
Facts.
finish that Job book, Shah.
Job 5 and 20 and it reads, in famine he shall redeem thee from death,
Right.
and in power, and in war from the power of the sword.
Right. But shoot, who do you think was helping King David in all those wars, man?
Yeah.
Yahweh was.
Yeah.
But via an angel. What is an angel? A messenger, man.
Mhm.
The Lord sent somebody to go help King David in those wars. That's why we read stories of King David saying that he was able to run through a troop by his power, man. He was able to leap over walls. He had feet like hinds feet.
Yeah.
All right, the Lord taught his hands how to war. That a bow of steel, the rod of steel was broken on his arm. Roughly paraphrased, man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, come. Because he's tapped into that power.
That's right.
He had faith, and that's the point. You have men of faith on the planet Earth, and whoever these men are, the Lord is getting ready to tap into them.
Yeah.
And there's no stopping them because once the Lord actually has that divine intervention on them, they're going to, their angels are going to appear.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
And people are going to see that this is not a fucking game.
This is not an average mortal man, bro.
Mhm. Yeah.
This is somebody that is of a higher power, man. He is damn near a god on earth. That's why the scriptures tell us in 2nd Ezra, then shall be known who are my chosen, man.
Yeah. Because the Lord gonna be working the work.
Yeah.
You know.
You go ahead, brother. You got it.
Y'all done?
Got it. No.
Okay. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 26, verse verse 48, it says, "Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, Whomsoever I shall kiss, the same as he, hold him fast. And forthwith he came to Yahushua and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Yahushua said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they, and laid hands on Yahushua, and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand, and drew his sword, and struck a servant of the high priest, and smote off his ear. Then said Yahushua unto him, Put again thy sword into its place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels?
Right. Right.
So ain't no need to get carnal and go get guns and stuff. No, the Lord, we can pray to the Lord, and if the Lord hear us, he gonna send 12 legions of angels to rock these motherfuckers, man.
That's right.
Okay. All right. It's an easy thing on the side of the Lord to deliver from a great host with a small host, man.
Yeah.
That's not something hard for the Lord, man. Which I had the account in Isaiah. If y'all didn't have nothing.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's Isaiah. I know it's Isaiah. I got it right here. Isaiah 37 and 36. It says, well, I'll start verse 35. It says, For I will defend this city to save it for my own sake, and for my David's sake, for my servant David's sake, which this is talking about Jerusalem being delivered, which at that time, when this account was being written, Jerusalem represented the remnant. Okay, all right, because Sennacherib and the Assyrians pretty much had conquered all of Israel and all the known region at the time, and Jerusalem was the last stronghold. Okay, all right, that's why when he came to the city, he was talking all that shit. He's like, well, I done took all the other cities down, and I took Samaria down. What you think? Your God gonna deliver you from me? All right. Verse 36, it says, Then the angel of the Lord went forth, because Hezekiah was praying.
Yep.
He went and prayed when he heard the report, and all the ambassadors, the Sennacherib, all the mess they was talking.
He read the letter before the Lord.
He read the letter before. He said, Lord, look, the gods of the other nations.
Listen to what these niggas talking, bro.
Look, the gods of other nations, he did take the other nations down, because that's their gods, not their gods.
They know gods.
But, he did take them down, but we know that you, the true living God, so we gotta show them.
I know you ain't gonna stand for this shit.
You're not gonna stand for this shit. This man just talk, man. Okay? Alright, so it says, Then the angel of the Lord went forth and smote in the camp of the Assyrians, and 185,000. That's 185,000 men.
You said the who went through the camp?
The angel of the Lord.
Oh, okay.
The Lord had an angelic hitman go in there and slice motherfuckers up. Okay? That's how it went down, okay? Alright, it says, And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses.
Yeah. Oh, so like if I may say, and that's not the first time the Lord sent the angelic hitman as well, man. Alright, remember when Israel was going off in the camp, the Lord sent the angel.
Yeah.
Alright, and then the Lord had to send the instructions through Moses and Aaron to stay
the plague. Yeah.
Okay. And the account with King David, when King David went off, you know.
Yeah.
All right, the angel went through and it was fucking shit up, man. The Lord had to stop the angel. All right, that's enough,
That's
man.
enough. Yeah.
So shit. I was just,
So there you go, man. The Lord could easily do that, man. And we gotta keep these things in mind, man. All right, we ain't just out here just reading the Bible and just talking about these things, man. No, this is real. This is a real deal. Holyfield, man. We read Hebrews chapter 13. Someone get Hebrews 13 and 1.
This is the book of.
I might say brotherly love continue. This one go on. Talk about angels and prayers.
This is the book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 1. It says, Let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware.
Right. Okay. So the Lord said, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares." Okay. All right. So of course we got to be mindful of how we treat each other and how we just deal out here in the world. Period. Because the angelic forces are at work. Okay. They are at work. The angelic forces disguise themselves. The story of Lot, when he was in Sodom and Gomorrah, the angels came and visited him. Okay, Abraham, when he looked and he saw
that's the spirit, because I was just going to it because reading the ledger and the precept in the ledger was Genesis 18:3, man.
There you go.
You know, you got it.
You know, Abraham.
Yep.
Who else? Samson's parents.
Yep.
You know how they met the angel. We read about talk about
Yahushua's
Yahushua.
parents,
Yes.
John the Baptist's parents.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah.
You know, all throughout the scriptures, man.
Yep.
Okay, Tobit, the book of Tobit.
Yep.
You know,
Raphael.
Come on, man. It's all throughout the scriptures.
Ezra.
Ezra's. I mean, come on, man. The Lord met Moses in the burning bush as an angel.
Yep.
It's so many different encounters, man. This is actually part of our history. This is not just stories we just read. Oh, that was a nice story. Wow. And you just, you know, want to go buy some chicken? Nah, this is real, man.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually part of our history, man. Actually, part of our legacy. We would back in the age where we used to sit down and talk to our children about this.
Yeah.
Okay, my great grandfather Abraham, when he was in this land sojourning, the angels came to him.
Yeah.
And you know,
Well, you talk about our forefather Jacob.
right?
His name went from Jacob to Israel.
Because he wrestled an angel, bro. You know,
What type of man gonna wrestle an angel, bro? That's a God type.
you know,
of
and it's that keeps you mindful. Okay, that the Lord is always dealing. The Lord is always present. This is why the scriptures say the Lord shall not slumber nor sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, because he all got eyes and ears everywhere.
That's
He's
right.
always ready to help us, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Also, the Lord said, "My eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun."
Yeah.
Man. He's beholding the ways of man because he has so many eyes on the planet, man.
Yes.
You know what you got?
Real quick, Daniel 12:1.
Mm.
And at that time, shall Michael.
Yeah.
And at that time, shall Michael stand up.
Yeah.
So, real quick, I'm good. Go out of my queue. And real quick too, in the 1611, like the prelude, it says Michael Allen. Okay, I'm thinking about the bro. Michael Allen. It says Michael shall deliver Israel from their troubles. All right, and Daniel is informed of the times. Okay, and in this same chapter, for those that don't know, all right, it says Daniel shall return.
Yep.
Okay, stand in his lot. So Daniel here, Ezekiel here.
Yeah.
All right, Ezra's here. Joel is here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. The scriptures speak about real quick just to make that point for those that do not know. You know, in Revelation it speaks about the apostles and the prophets getting their reward. Okay. By seeing the downfall and destruction of Babylon the Great. So these men are here. Okay, that we're reading about. Okay?
Reincarnation does exist.
Exactly.
Daniel 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, which we're going into the topic on angels, man. Okay, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Right? Yeah, so the angel's gonna step in, man.
Yeah.
The times is coming to get so bad there's gonna be divine intervention via the angels, man. Matter of fact, this is Isaiah chapter 31, okay, and it says, verse 4. It says, "For thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. For the Lord, so shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Zion and for the hill thereof." So when all hell breaks loose, all right, and it's a time of trouble, and you know it's about to be World War III popping off, all types of shit, the Lord gonna send his angels down to fight for us, man.
Yep.
Okay.
The Lord is gonna scramble all the heavens, man.
Yes.
You know how the military they be scrambling their jets and shit.
Yeah.
All of the whole host of man. When that day happens, man, bro, we have to understand. The Lord, it's gonna be the last time the Heavenly Father's gonna show up like this, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the last time everyone on earth sees the true power of the Heavenly of Yahweh shall move in such great magnitude, bringing such great judgment as he's gonna bring, man. So he's gonna unleash the whole heavens on this place, man.
Yes.
You got it, huh?
Verse 5 it says, as birds flying, so the Lord of hosts will defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it.
Yep.
Okay, so the Lord gonna send his angels via the chariots, man. Moving in formation, man. All right, on the attack, on the defense for his people, man. All right, that's how it's always been. The Lord sent the death angel, killed the firstborn, was guiding us through the wilderness. He was at the Red Sea. We was crossing it. The Egyptians tried to follow us. He
The
started
chariot done went from before us and jumped behind us. Zap, niggas, chariot wheels, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Fuck, you thought you gonna catch up to us? Boy, stop playing, bro.
You know, so there, hey man, it's all throughout the scriptures, man. The Lord, he gonna do mighty deeds, man, mighty works, man.
That's right.
Okay, I know you mentioned Matthew earlier before the lesson, Matthew 4 and and verse 11. It says, then the devil leaveth him, because Yahweh was being tempted.
Yep.
Okay, 40 days
and 40 nights.
40 nights fasting, right? And he overcame through the Spirit. All right, and it says, then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. Okay, the angels are servants, they're ministers, so the angels probably was bringing him food, comforting him, encouraging him. That's how the Lord get down, man. Okay, all right. Matter of fact, I'm sorry.
Nah, go ahead.
All right. This is gotta be Bel and the Dragon. I'm trying to find it with Habakkuk, how he was fed.
Oh yeah, what we just talking about?
Yeah.
Can I give this quick scripture?
Absolutely, absolutely.
This is a quick one to back you up.
Go ahead, bro.
Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 14. Are they not all ministering spirits
Yeah.
sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation?
Right, the angels are ministering spirits, man. All right, they're really servants of Yahweh Shai, and servants to us. Okay, on the right hand side and on the left hand side. Okay, all right, the right hand side angels, they give brothers different revelations. Okay, all right, like it tells you in the book of Revelation, there was an angel that came to John, the Revelator, and he was going to bow down and worship. He said, make sure you don't do it.
Don't do that.
Okay, see thou doest not, because I know that fellow servant of thy brethren worship Yahweh Shai. Okay, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. The angels giving Ezra's different revelations. Okay, giving Daniel different revelations. Giving Yahweh Shai's parents different revelations of what to do, where to go. So it's gonna be in situations like that. The angels gonna pop up, go this way.
Yep.
And they're gonna be guiding you.
Yep. Yep. I got this. I found it.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Bel and the Dragon, chapter 1, and verse 33. Now there was in Jewry a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl and was going into the field to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, go, carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown and bare him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit set him in Babylon over the den.
Right.
And Habakkuk cried, saying, "Oh Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which the Most High has sent thee." You got it.
Right. So the Lord had an angel grab Habakkuk by the head. He had his own plans. You know what I'm saying? He was thinking, I'm gonna make this.
He's gonna feed the reapers.
He gonna feed the reapers, you know what I'm saying? And then the angel of the Lord just popped up on him like, look, hey, take that to Daniel. I don't know where it's at.
I don't know what Babylon at. The house was nowhere to den at.
Right. I don't know what you're talking about.
And he said, boy, hey, what you say? That's not what I asked you.
You're right. Just grabbed him by the head, and then an instant transmission.
Right over the den.
And then right over the den and fed Daniel. It's gonna be situations like that, man. Okay, you can't put the Lord in a box. We actually have to understand that we're dealing with a divine, supernatural force, man. Okay? All right, we're not just out here talking. We ain't out here atheists like these people in the world talking about they believe in God and they believe in the Bible and they got faith, but they don't actually believe in these deep things of the scriptures, man. Okay? Now we actually believe in these things. We believe in the Most High Yahweh. We believe in His Son Yahweh. We believe in the angels, man. Okay? We believe that He's responsible for creating the heaven and the earth and all the things therein, the miracles. We believe in that, man. We believe Yahweh Shai gonna crack the clouds and He gonna beam us up into the chariots and we're gonna be saved from thermonuclear fire. That's what we believe, man.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? Even Matthew, skip Matthew, man. And He's gonna send His angels with a great sound of a trumpet, man. I'm tripping, man.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken.
Right. Yeah. So it's gonna be all hell breaking loose, man.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then the sun gonna be dark, and the moon shall not give off her light. Why? Because the Lord coming back as darkness, man. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Okay. Gloominess. Okay.
Yep.
Thick darkness. That's how the Lord coming back, man.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All you people that like to pray to the sun and worship the sun and the constellations and Libra and Venus and it's in Aquarius. Worshiping the host of heaven. All right, the Lord about to confound that wisdom, man.
Yeah.
Which you elites are into that too. Y'all into that prognosticating and astrology and shit like that, man.
Isaiah 47 in verse 12. Stand now with thy enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah.
That's how this place was established.
Right.
With nothing but sorcery.
Okay. Witchcraft, enchantments, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Greek Indians.
And it reads, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be that thou should be able to profit.
So the Lord is like, okay, let me see if you want to be profitable. Okay. So ultimately you're not. Because you say deceiver and deceive
Are
his.
Yeah, they're created for the day of evil.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing nothing but fulfilling the left hand side of the law. That's what exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, because ultimately, eternity was not given to the so-called so he gave that up. See, we're blessed with the Spirit, man. You know,
It says, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them up. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall be not a coal to warm it, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shalt thou be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall render everyone to his quarter, none shall save you.
Right. So none of that witchcraft is gonna work. Okay. None of that's gonna save you from the destruction to come. All right. Go ahead. Back to that Matthew. If you see that.
Matthew 24, verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. It's because Yahweh Shai is going to return in the chariot. Acts the first chapter tells us what? The angels told the disciples, turn the apostles. All right, why gaze ye looking up to heaven? The same way you see Yahweh Shai leave is the same way he's going to return. Revelation, the first chapter, tells you that what? The Lord is going to come back with clouds, man, and all eyes shall see him. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is going to come with great power. All right, power and great glory, man. He shall not meet thee as a man. All right, verse 31. And he shall send his angels. He shall send his angels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. The same way when Elijah was translated.
Yep.
All right. Chariots and horses of fire. Those are my God, the chariots of Israel and the horsemen thereof. Man.
Yep.
The Lord gonna send his angels with the chariots to deliver brothers, man. And sisters from all over the globe. That's how it's going down, man.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. It says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of the trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Right. So the angels gonna come through, man. All right. This is Acts chapter 12 and And I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Now about that time Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church, and he killed James the brother of John with the sword. And because he saw it please the Jews, he proceeded to further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to Quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people." All right, so he arrested Peter, all right, put him in prison and had a bunch of guardsmen, all right, soldiers to guard the prison, right? All right, it says, "Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto Yahweh for him. Now when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with two chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him. And a light shined in the prison and smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, Arise up quickly. And his chains fell off from his hands. And the angel said unto him, Gird thyself and bind on thy sandals. And so he did. And he saith unto him, Cast thy garment about thee and follow me. And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. When they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which openeth unto them of its own accord. So the angels broke him out of prison. Okay, all right, woke him up, broke him out of prison. He didn't even know what was going on. He thought he was dreaming. The soldiers were none the wiser. All right, guided him out of the prison, guided him out the gate. Okay, all right, and guided him to the gate of the city, and the telekinetically opened the door, telepathically, without of his own accord. Nobody opened it. It was nobody who, no man that was there opened it. No, the angel telekinetically opened the door. Okay. All right, it says, and they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, Now I know of a surety that the Lord hath sent his angel, and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod, and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews, man. All right, so there it is, man. Okay, the Lord sent an angel to deliver Peter out of prison, man. All right, which are, again, there's many encounters all throughout the scriptures of the Lord sending angels to deal in times of trouble and to protect us, man. Okay?
I got something real quick. To back you up, 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. The Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment.
Hey, and who was that talking about? I was talking about Lot.
Yeah.
And what happened to Lot? The Lord sent angels to go grab Lot out of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep. That's what happened, bro.
Shit.
And the NLT, oh man, in the NLT it says, so you see, the Lord knows how to rescue godly people from their trials, even while keeping the wicked under punishment until the day of final judgment. And this is what's happening right now. The Lord Yahweh Shah is getting ready to rescue godly people, being the elect, all right, the little sanctuary, from their trials, that trial being the hour of temptation. Okay, the scriptures say, knowing that the trial of your faith being more precious than fine gold, it says, even while keeping the wicked under punishment until the day of the final judgment. So Esau is going to go into his deep underground bunkers. He's going to do his thing, but ultimately he's being reserved. But the Lord knows how to deliver the elect. Okay, he's going to manifest his angels. Okay, in the face of his men. Whoever they may be, and they're going to know that guardian angel was with them the whole time. Right.
Right. Get this the three holy children real quick. Daniel 3 and I'm gonna start at 16. You can read up to get the gist. The three holy children, all right, they refused to bow to Nebuchadnezzar's statue worshiping. All right, they were brought to council to be judged, man, because there was a set judgment that the Babylonians had set. All right, that if anybody would not worship Nebuchadnezzar's statue, they would be judged on this accord, man. All right, which was to be cast in fire. All right, So Daniel 3 and 16, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. All right, they basically like, look, man, we're not gonna bite our tongue, man. We're gonna speak to you fast, honey. All right, if it be so, our power, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. So they was, boasting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, knowing that their power was capable of delivering them from the fire, man. Okay? But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. So their mindset was, look, we know our God can save us, and if he don't, we still not gonna worship your fucking idol, nigga.
Yeah.
We rather die than to do that shit, fuck boy. Okay? And I'm just using the
layman's term, modern day language.
So on, brother.
Yep.
Okay?
Right.
All right, verse 19.
Basically, it was like, I don't even know why you asking me this
Right.
dumbass question.
Right.
Just throw me in that bitch.
Real talk. Real talk.
Layman's terms.
Right.
Verse 19. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. So he commanded the most mighty men that were in his armies to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosings, and their hats, and their other garments, and was cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And this is beautiful, man, because the amount of times I've done read this scripture, I'm seeing something I haven't seen before. They were fully clothed. You know what I'm saying? With extra clothes.
Yeah.
You know how quick that fire was supposed to catch?
Yeah. That was basically more kindling.
Yeah, more exactly, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Verse 22. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, those niggas that bound them, they died because the heat was too much. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. All right, and when you go to the prayer of the three holy children in the Apocrypha, you'll see when they bowed themselves. All right, when they fell down, you'll see what they did, man. They prayed, man. They prayed and they called on to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in the midst of the fire, man. Okay. Verse 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors. So Nebuchadnezzar seeing some shit. Now he's panicking, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. For the form of the 4th is like the Son of God.
Right. So the Lord was with him in the midst of a furnace.
The angel.
The angel. Yep. So I mean, the point. I mean, I don't know. The point has been made. Okay. All right. Don't put the Lord in the box. You got something you want to bring up? Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Pretty much go back to the point you brothers are saying on Psalms 34:7. The angel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai encamped him, that's right, round about him, that fear him, and deliver him. So whoever the elect are, they have angels, they have a charge, a command from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to deliver them in Jacob's trouble, man.
Right.
It's just simple as that, bro. We're sticking to the script. Okay, there are men predestined in these last days, okay, to be saved from Jacob's trouble. The scriptures say, but he shall be saved out of it. And that time is going to be a great manifestation of divine intervention.
That's right.
There's going to be a standard where you want to see that these were not just niggas,
Right.
with glasses and garments,
Right.
they were very important people. They were VIP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, this is these are MVP, if you will. Most valuable of Israel.
Yes.
That's the RPK. They are the only ones getting saved. They are the first, fruits of Israel. And you people are getting ready to see how angels are getting ready to manifest themselves around about them. They're fearing in your eyes. That's real quick. I was holding this for you brothers. I was holding this real quick. I was shot. Wisdom of Solomon, 5th chapter, right to the point. I was just holding it. Wisdom of Solomon, 5 verse 2. Okay, just to make that point, because you people don't understand why we're so bold in the faith, why we actually believe this. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 2. When they see it, right? When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Right, you're gonna see it and you're gonna be afraid.
Facts.
And shall be amazed
Yeah.
at the strangeness of his salvation.
At the strangeness of his salvation. So it's gonna be supernatural, divine, unheard of. You ain't never seen nothing like this, man. Okay? Alright. Of his salvation. Go ahead.
So far beyond all that they look for.
Right, you didn't expect it to happen this way. Alright, this was he whom we had some time in derision, talking all type of cash money shit. Okay, but then you're gonna see that the Lord, through his spirit, through predestination, okay, already had his elect predestinated to be delivered and had provision set for them, man. Alright, food, water, clothing, shelter, protection during the times of trouble, man. And we're gonna be praising the Lord. Lord, that's our lot. We're gonna be praising the Lord, man. That's why we gotta have faith and we gotta continue to endure this little weak shit that we be going through. We gotta continue to endure that shit, man. Okay? Because the Lord's about to carry us through, man. We're about to see great, grand things and marvels of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're gonna be more than thankful, man. Okay? All right, when we get delivered, man, we get changed, man. We see the sea of glass mingled with fire, Babylon burning and being destroyed, man. And our people delivered, okay, from the four corners of the earth via the angels being changed themselves, man. We gonna be happy, man. It's all gonna be worth it in the end, man. And we're gonna have many stories and testimonies to talk about the great deliverances of the Lord, man. Okay, and what He's done for His people, man. Okay, y'all have some.
Yeah, that's it.
So with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect, Kwam Yasharallah, Abba Ball, Shalom. That's right.